Hi, Lindsey.
Hi.
We're going to talk about your design decisions regarding Labyrinthos today.
There were many.
There were many.
There were many design decisions because this is actually my first design that I ever made. It was very bad at the beginning and I was much younger, but it's cool to see it finally come to fruition. So definitely did become a board game designer was why I started. But now at this point, at the stage, I'm just really happy to make another game that me and my friends just love playing. Well, I wanted a game that my friends and I, my game group, really like to beat each other up. And we also really like dungeon crawls. So it was kind of like, can I make a dungeon crawl with exploration where you all get to flee from a monster and beat each other up and then complain about it afterwards? Because that's really my game group's sweet spot. But yeah, it's just the kind of game that my friends and I would love to play within a setting that we really enjoyed. When I was little, my grandfather had a book and it was kind of sexistly named. It was like Great Stories for Young Boys, but I loved that book so much. And it had the Minotaur, the Golden Fleece, I think Hercules in it. And I would just read it over and over and over again. And the monsters were so cool and they were really tragic. And even as an adult now, I still love the Greek mythology world. And so this is a project that's really near to dear to my heart. The most challenging part, sticking with it, probably. This game, I worked on it for 3 years. Like I said, it was the first thing that I ever made. And I think just having the tenacity to not give up, because there was a lot of points where I kind of got lost or had to take it to a mentor or decided that I was going to throw out the whole design idea and start over again. And I definitely think the hardest thing, and then probably the most important thing for anyone who wants to be a game designer, is just stick with it. Don't give up. Keep play testing. You'll figure it out, even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment. And that would be, I say, the hardest part of pretty much anything that I make.
You're on the lunch break?
Yeah.
I need more.
I know.
Can you tell us some stories about your ink?
Well, this is a Triforce. Many of you might be familiar with it. It's from Zelda. I gave that to myself with a staple. Probably not the best way to go about giving yourself a tattoo or the most sanitary, but I needed a Triforce, and yeah.
Tell us about the staple thing.
Yeah, you basically take a staple and a pencil and make yourself your own little pick and poke guy.
Did it hurt?
Hurt more than I thought it would. Yeah, especially being on the wrist right there, you know. This one is actually one of my favorite bands, the Color Morale. They have an album called No Hope. And based on my past and stuff like that, I figured it was a good album to put on my arm because it's my favorite album by them, and I like the message that they try to deliver with it. There used to be no hope, but now all you have to do is no hope. And then I have one up here. It says the earth is not a cold, dead place. It's my other favorite album by an instrumental band called Explosions in the Sky. And then I have a Sacred Heart on my chest that I got when I was 20, when my dad passed. And just a reminder to be a little bit more like him, live that kind of lifestyle.
Awesome. You shave that chest?
No, I'm working really hard. I got about 3 hairs there.
My least favorite thing to do in the shop is fixing machinery, because I fix myself because I'm broken, and I don't like to do that to other things because I spend all my time fixing.
Least favorite thing to do in the shop, probably staining, because I'm terrible at it.
I think the only thing I don't like doing, I mean, there's not there's only one situation, and that's like.
My least favorite thing to do in the shop is when I have to come in early because I really like to sleep.
Sand cocos. Makes my hands hurt. It's pretty simple.
When we have a ton of stuff that has to get done in one day.
Shipping. Only because whenever I'm in shipping, it means that I have to go interrupt everyone else to print return labels or change an address, or everything's about to go out the door except for these 5 things that I have to grab and spend 20 minutes that we can't send out now.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Cocos, because they are a headache There's just so much time spent on them, and they always go backwards, and they're just a headache.
Oh, sand cocos. Sand coco. That is the absolute least favorite thing to do. And even, I mean, that's not bad. I love everything here, but sand and cocos is just it's a nightmare.
Fire someone? No. Shipping. Easily shipping. Packing, shipping. I hate cardboard. I hate the feel of cardboard. It's a thing for me. I don't know.
I mean, doing anything for 8 hours a day is kind of redundant, so the more you can mix it up, the less unenjoyable any aspect of it is, really.
Having a negative attitude just makes your day worse. I don't have terribly much that I won't do. I'll go do everything. I don't have any problems.
And it's always we always pull through. I've never been in a situation where this team has
probably the CNCs. It's too loud, and just the sawdust and everything, even with the respirator, they don't work so well with this beard.
Change out the dust collectors. I get sawdust in my face and in my beard, and I'm itchy. I just don't like the dust collectors.
We've just been we fucking didn't do it. We always do it.
Probably sanding. Specifically sanding the dwellings. They are hell on the wrists. I'll be glad when we sell all of those.
It's only 500.
Oh my god.
It's always just fuck, we have to do this. Last
Question every ruling your game master makes. Keep every book available on the table, and be prepared to stop the game at any point to delve deeply into research. No matter how long it takes, one must ensure that the game is played rules as written every minute, just as Gygax intended.